my loves, what's up and welcome back. So it has been a hot minute since I filmed a favorites video, but I really adore filming monthly favorites. It's a great way of me to talk about a lot of products, things that I love, but also things that I didn't really like as much, because this month I also have a few misses that I want to share with you guys. Because over the past month I have been trying out so many new items, like so much new makeup, it's actually insane. But I'm not complaining, I love trying out new makeup. So that also means that I discovered a lot of new makeup that I wanted to share with you guys, things that I just absolutely love and things that didn't really work. So yeah, I have a lot of favorites this month. It is mostly makeup. I have one skincare item and then also one thing that's a little bit random. So I won't be rambling on too much because this video is going to be a long one. But if you're curious on the makeup that I am wearing right now, I filmed a tutorial on it just now, so that will be up I think after this video, so keep an eye out for that. It's using the Colourpop Double Entendre eyeshadow palette, so keep an eye out for that tutorial if you're interested in this makeup look. And yeah, let's just go ahead and get into my favorites because it's a lot. Alright, so I wanted to start off with something a little bit random, but it is the sign right behind me. It's that right there. I got it from Pyjama, which is a local store here in Belgium. Also the Netherlands, stuff like that. But yeah, I got a neon sign. I was looking for a pink heart neon sign for the longest time, and I finally found one this week, so I am so happy with that. I definitely have to include it in my favorites. So that is my first favorite of the month. I love it. It was a little bit expensive, but I'm so happy with it. It looks amazing. By the way, I ordered 2 new pictures to go into those because I don't really like them, because those are temporary for now. I don't really like them, but I ordered new ones which are so beautiful. I cannot wait until they come in the mail. But yeah, let's move on to skincare. I have the Ordinary, bear with me, I have the Ordinary glycolic acid 7% toning solution. So I picked this up back when I was in Toronto. This product was always sold out at the normal beauty company store, so once they restocked it I decided to purchase it. It was around $7 if I'm not mistaken, Canadian, which is really inexpensive. And this is basically, it's hard to describe this. So this is a toner that I only use at night because it is pretty harsh and rough on the skin, but it is kind of a peeling toning solution. It is really harsh and they don't recommend to use it every single day. I use it about twice a week, I would say. So I just put it on a cotton round and then apply it all over my face once I removed all of my makeup. But ever since I have started using this product, my skin has been looking so clear, like I'm going to knock on wood, but my skin has not been breaking out like it used to. It's actually behaving pretty well. I don't have any breakouts. My skin looks pretty good, and I think it's because of this. So if you have, I wouldn't say I had acne prone skin, but my skin definitely broke out once in a while. So if you have acne prone skin, definitely pick up this product. I would recommend it to only use it at night and about 2 to 3 times a week, but I definitely think it's because of this that my skin has been acting pretty good. So yeah, I would totally recommend it. There's a reason it's always sold out, because it is so amazing. So yeah, it does stink, like it doesn't smell good whatsoever, but the ingredients are good. There's no perfume in it. Get this, really, I recommend it 100%. I love this. Alright, and another skincare slash makeup item is the Catrice Lip Treatment with shea butter. I tried this out in my Catrice first impressions video, and I really love this lip butter. I have been using it ever since I got it. I don't know if you can tell, but I definitely put a dent in there. This lip balm has a lemony scent that's very subtle, and I have been using it ever since I filmed that video. I love it. I apply it at night. I apply it whenever my lips feel a little bit dry, and it definitely does an amazing job at hydrating my lips. It's a butter that's more on the thicker side, so you have to warm it up with your fingers, but once you apply it on your lips, it feels so good and so nourishing. So if you have chapped lips, especially during the winter months, I would definitely recommend picking this up. It is a really good lip treatment, and it is super affordable. So yeah. Alright, so I'm moving on to makeup. I first have a primer that I have been loving this month, and this is the Catrice Light Correcting Serum Primer in the shade Sunlight. Again, a Catrice product that I tried out in that video. I promise I have other brands too. But yeah, this is basically a serum primer that is very hydrating on the skin, but this one also adds a beautiful like sun-kissed effect because it has a little like bronzy tint to it, and I really love this. The only thing is that I don't think this is great for people with really pale skin tones because it might be a little bit too dark, but on my skin tone it works really good, and I have been using it a lot ever since that video. So if your skin is looking a little bit dull and you need something to like lift it up a little bit, this is definitely a great primer that I would recommend to you. And again, it's really affordable. So yeah, this is the primer that I have been wearing most throughout this month. Alright, so then moving on to foundation. This definitely wasn't like love at first sight, but now I actually really love the Fenty Beauty foundation. So this is called the Pro Filter Soft Matte Longwear Foundation. I'm in the shade 170, and again, I tried it in that Fenty Beauty First Impressions video. If you saw that video, you would have seen that I wasn't like overly excited about this foundation, but now that I have been wearing it more and wearing it with this primer and setting it with a setting spray that I will talk about later on, I really love it. The thing is that you can't really use too much of it. I used way too much in that video. I think 1 to 2 pumps is definitely enough. This is a foundation that you don't want to like build up and cake on, because then it will look cakey and heavy on the skin. But if you use a really small amount, it looks really good on the skin and it stays on for a really long time. So I ended up really liking this foundation. Even though my first impressions weren't like great about it, I really love it now. So yeah, that proves again that first impressions aren't everything. You just really have to give a product a try. But I still love filming first impressions videos. But yeah, I changed my mind on this. I really like it. Alright, and then as I said, I have a setting spray that I have been loving, and this is the Catrice Prime and Fine Dewy Glow Fixing Spray. If you have dry skin, I would 100% recommend this. Whenever I feel like my skin it looks a little bit dull or the makeup is too heavy, I spray this on top of it and it makes my makeup look beautiful. This stuff is amazing. I don't think it like really prolongs the wear of my foundation, but when it comes to like setting it and making it look less cakey and powdery, this is amazing. So yeah, I have been wearing this non-stop ever since I tried it out in that video. It is an amazing setting spray at the drugstore, which I'm so happy that I finally found an amazing setting spray at the drugstore, because normally I always use my Urban Decay all-nighter, but that's really expensive, and I think this one is amazing. Alright, and then lately I have been adding another step to my makeup routine that has been helping me out a lot, and that is applying the Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector. This doesn't really have a shade name, no. So this is just one shade, and this is basically like a peachy based corrector. How I use this is I apply it after my foundation but before my concealer. I just add it on my dark circles and then go over it with my concealer. But this really does a great job at cancelling out those dark circles and also like brightening up my under eyes. And now I can't live without this. I wear it every single day. So yeah, if you have really dark under eye circles like I do, I would highly recommend it. It is a little bit expensive, so that's the only negative thing I have to say about it. But if you can get your hands on this, I would again highly recommend it. Right, so the next product I already featured in my 2017 favorites, which goes to show how much I love it, and this is the Colourpop Brava Job. So this is a clear brow gel, and at first I was really scared of it because it looks white, but it actually does an amazing job at setting my eyebrows, and it also adds like a lot of volume and thickness to them. I don't know how I can describe it, but it really does an amazing job at setting my eyebrows. It is the one I use today. The wand is really tiny, so you can be very precise. And you don't have to be afraid of the fact that it is white, because once you work it in, it disappears and it becomes transparent. So yeah, it's the one I use on my eyebrows today. It makes my eyebrows stay in place all day long. So yeah, this is again a product I just cannot live without anymore. Alright, then moving on to my favorite product out of this entire video. It is highlighter. So this is the Fenty Beauty, what's it called? Kilowatt Freestyle Highlighter Duo in the shade Lightning Dust and Fire Crystal. So this is what it looks like on the inside. It is a highlight I'm wearing right now, and I mean, can we take a moment? This highlight is so intense. I'm obsessed. So this highlight comes with a more like subtle shade and then a very intense shade. So this is the intense shade, and then this is the more subtle shade. And as you can see, it's super pigmented, super intense. Now the intense shade does have a little bit of shimmer in it, but I personally don't mind it because it looks so beautiful on the skin. And then this is the more toned down version. And even though I love a very blinding highlight, I actually use both of these shades. So what I do is I go in with the lightest one and apply it on the center of my face, and then I go in with the more intense shade and then apply it on the tops of my cheekbones, and it looks absolutely amazing. I mean, come on, look at that highlight. So if you like blinding highlighters like I do, definitely pick it up. Even if you don't like blinding highlighters, this shade right here will be perfect for you. If you like a more subtle highlight, this one, you would absolutely love it. So yeah, I also really love the shade. yeah, this is definitely my favorite highlight at the moment. I love it. Alright, then moving on to eyeshadow. I have two eyeshadow palettes right here. So the first one is the Colourpop and Kathleen Lights Dream Street Shadow Palette. So this is what it looks like. First of all, this packaging, I can't get over it. Every time I use this palette, I just stare at this packaging. It's gorgeous. But then this is what the palette looks like on the inside. I dedicated an entire video to this, so if you're interested in that, you can just go back a few videos and you will see it. But yeah, there's something about this eyeshadow palette that I just love. I have been using it so much, and what's great about this eyeshadow palette is that you can create like very neutral eyeshadow looks, but you can also like spice it up and play around with some color. This rose gold shade right here, look at that. How beautiful is that? This looks like a metallic eyeshadow. I'm just obsessed with these colors, the quality, the pigmentation. It's all on point, and that for only $16, that just blows my mind. It's just insane. I don't understand how they can make this for only $16. This is an amazing eyeshadow palette. It's such a versatile palette that I would even recommend it to everyone. Beginners, pros, you just have to get this palette. It's beautiful. Come on, look at that. It's absolutely gorgeous. And then the second eyeshadow palette is the Zoeva Offline eyeshadow palette. Out of the 3 new eyeshadow palettes that I've tried, this is the one that I love the most. I love these colors. It's more unique and something different than what I'm used to. I have so many eyeshadow palettes by now that having an eyeshadow palette that's a little bit different is really great and appreciated. So yeah, I just created a tutorial using this palette, which again, will be linked down below. I really love the color selection in this. The shades are gorgeous, they're really pigmented, and yeah, I mean, look at that. These shades are just absolutely beautiful and so unique. I love it. When I look at this palette, it just reminds me of mermaids and unicorns. So yeah, it's just a really fun palette. It's not for everyone, I totally agree. So if these colors scare you a little bit, don't pick it up, but I love it. It makes me want to be more creative with my makeup, and yeah, that's always very appreciated. And I also discovered an eyeliner that I love in that Catrice video, and this is the Catrice Rock Couture Liquid Liner. So this is in the shade Guns and Rose Gold, and this is basically a shimmery eyeliner. So I'll swatch it right here. But this is what it looks like on top. So it is basically a shimmery eyeliner. And at first I was afraid it wouldn't be opaque enough or it wouldn't like dry down. But it is a beautiful formula. It dries down, it doesn't smudge or budge throughout the day. And I also really love this shade. Ever since that video, I also picked up the blue version because I just freaking love this. You could also apply it all over your lids. They're very versatile, and they are also packed with glitter, which is really amazing. They're very reflective, as you can see. So I would definitely recommend this. It's very affordable, and it's a great way to like add a little bit of spice to your makeup look, if that makes any sense. So yeah, if you have a Catrice stand near you, definitely check this out. They have some really fun colors. Alright, and then something I rarely talk about in my favorites video, but I also have 2 brushes that I have been absolutely loving. They're both from Colourpop. The only downside is that it doesn't say the names on the handles, which is a bummer, especially for someone like me that makes videos. But if I'm not mistaken, this is the eye blending brush, which looks like this. They're dirty, don't mind them. And then if I'm not mistaken, this is the small fluff brush, which looks like this. This is one of my favorite highlighting brushes simply because it really packs on the color. It's not subtle whatsoever. So I will show you guys with the Fenty Beauty one. Alright, so my camera just cut me off, but as I was saying, I will show you guys how I use it with the Fenty Beauty one. So as you can see, it just packs on the highlight. Look at that. It just packs it on perfectly, and this is definitely a brush I would recommend if you like glowing. If you're not a big fan of really intense highlighters, then I wouldn't recommend this brush because it really does pack on the color and it's not very like subtle. But if you like your highlight to be like bam in your face, definitely pick up this brush. It is just the perfect brush to highlight with. The shape is perfect, the density is perfect, and it's also pretty affordable. And then this is the eye blending brush, which I just love to blend out any eyeshadows in my crease. It also works really well with the Colourpop Super Shock shadows, which it's really hard to find brushes that work amazing with the Super Shock shadows, but this one actually works. So yeah, it is a little bit more dense than my normal fluffy brushes, but this really packs on the color and then also blends it out. So again, a brush that I have been really loving by Colourpop. They have some amazing brushes, and I actually think they are going to start printing the names on the handles, which is amazing. So yeah, these are the brushes that I have been using most this month. They're just one of the best affordable brushes out there. Alright, then my last favorite is a lip product. Of course, I had to include a lip product, and this is the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb Universal Lip Luminizer in the shade Fenty Glow. So this is what that looks like. Again, I tried this out in that Fenty Beauty video, so if you're interested in that, it will be linked down below. But this is a beautiful, beautiful gloss. I will again swatch it right here. So this is the gloss swatched right here. It smells really, really good. It reminds me a little bit of the lip smackers that I used to use when I was a kid. It's a very reminiscent smell for me. But yeah, I really love this shade. It is, as they say, a very universally flattering shade. It looks beautiful on my lips. It makes my lips look juicy and plump, which is what I love. But the formula isn't sticky whatsoever, which I hate, hate, hate sticky lip glosses. The ones that like my hair sticks to. I hate it. But the formula of this is not sticky whatsoever. It's a beautiful formula. It's a little bit hydrating. I wouldn't say it's long lasting because it is still a gloss and it will like rub off your lips very easily. But yeah, for a gloss, I really, really, really like this one. It is a little bit on the expensive side because it is Fenty Beauty, but I have been really enjoying it. Alright, so far those are all of my favorite products for the month of February. But as I mentioned in the beginning, I also have a few hits. I actually have two products that I didn't like this month. So the first one is the Max & More Highlighting Stick, which looks like this. So I got this at Action the other day. It's really affordable. And usually Max & More makeup is actually pretty good. But this, oh my god, this wasn't good whatsoever. So again, I'll swatch it right here, but it is just so subtle that you can barely tell. It's really dry, so you definitely have to like tuck at your face and then you just rub away your foundation. It doesn't really blend in very nicely, but then once you blend it into your skin, it just doesn't look good. It's very subtle and I just don't think it's worth the hassle to apply this whatsoever. Luckily it wasn't expensive, so I didn't waste a lot of money, but I wouldn't recommend this at all. If this was less dry, it would actually be pretty amazing and a good like base for your powder highlight, but this, I don't like it. And then my last miss is actually really surprising to me. I thought I would absolutely love it because a lot of people love this product, but I'm just not one of them. And this is the Colourpop Supernova Shadow. So I have the shade Firecracker right here, and this is basically a liquid eyeshadow that is more on the foiled side, and it sounded amazing. I thought this would be a dupe for the Still Magnificent Metals, which I absolutely love, but it's not. This is not a dupe whatsoever. People are comparing the two, but I just don't think it's a dupe. But if you want me to make a video comparing the two and applying it on my eyes, definitely let me know, because I would be down to film that. But yeah, I just as you can see, it is a gorgeous shade, which is why I wish this would work for me, but it just doesn't. Look, it is so beautiful and so reflective and intense, but the formula just doesn't work on my eyes. It slips and slides everywhere. It's very sheer, but then once you build it up, it feels super heavy on your eyelids and it starts crackling everywhere. Then when you want to take off your mascara that got on your eyelids, you just take this off completely, and it's just a hot mess. It takes way too long to apply it when a liquid eyeshadow should be quick and easy. This is not. It feels so heavy on my eyes, which is something I really hate. So yeah, I don't like this. I don't understand how other people like it. If you have found the way that works for you, definitely let me know in the comments, because I just can't seem to make this work even though I want to so badly. I just cannot seem to find a way that works for me. So yeah, if these work for you, definitely let me know in the comments down below how you use them, because for me, this is a miss, unfortunately. Alright, so that wraps up my February hits and misses. I covered a lot of products. Yeah, I really wanted to make this video because I discovered so many new amazing products that I just couldn't wait to share with you guys. If you like monthly favorites videos, definitely give this video a thumbs up, then I will continue to make them every single month. Definitely comment down below your favorites because I would love to know and discover new amazing products. Also, if you made it till the end of my video, comment a pineapple emoji down below in the comments, because if you know me a little bit by my background, I am obsessed with pineapples. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!
Say that it feels right.